This video covers Stat 454, Chapter 7, Section 2, Part 3, Vogel's method for identifying initial basic feasible solutions. The northwest corner method was a naive method of identifying basic feasible solutions. It took no cost information into account. The minimum cost method was what's called a greedy algorithm for identifying basic feasible solutions. It assumed that a good basic feasible solution could be found at a place where you just go and find the smallest value right away. The problem with greedy algorithms is that they can very quickly put themselves into a corner, not realizing that there is high cost later on down the road. Vogel's method is an attempt to avoid that outcome. In Vogel's method, we first calculate a penalty. And that penalty is the difference between the two smallest costs in each row and column. So in each row and each column, I am going to identify the difference between the two smallest costs. 6 and 7, difference of 1. 78 and 15 is a difference of 63. 15 and 6's difference is 9. 80 and 7's difference is 73. And then this last one, 78 and 8, is 70. These lower numbers are the penalty values. Now, I'm interested in filling up values in such a way that I avoid these, I'm interested in filling up this table in such a way that I fill up entries in rows or columns that have large values later quickly. In other words, if I see a value like 80 coming up the pike, I know that means I want to fill out the stuff before 80 first, so I can avoid it altogether. With that in mind, I pick the cells associated to the largest penalty. So take a look at this 73, pick the smallest cost in that largest penalty row and column pair. Out of this, I can do a 5, which X's out 5 and reduces this value by 1. I've filled in a single value, and now I can recompute all of the penalties. So these penalties are gone. I am now going to recompute these penalties, the difference between the two smallest values. 7 is filled up, so the smallest values on this first row are 6 and 8. The smallest values on this row is the same, it's 63. Similar to 9 here, still 70 here. I'm not calculating a penalty for that other column because the column is already filled up. Again, pick the largest penalty and the smallest cost in there. Out of 78 and 8, that value is 2. That X's out that and turns this into a 3. Erase the penalties and recalculate. No penalty here. Oh, apologies. I think I did a calculation incorrectly here. Out of 5 and 5, that smallest value is 5. So I have to pick one of these to X out. I'm going to X out that, which makes this 0. Sorry. Now I need to go in and recalculate the penalties. No penalty on this row because there's only one thing. there is a penalty on this row still of 63. Oh, sorry, I take it back. I can't use these cells, so there's no penalty here. And then out of these two, a 9. If you reach a value where one of these is filled up, you can put the 0 there, and that X's out this, and there is only one space left for 15. This is Vogel's method for finding the basic feasible solution to a transportation problem.